First of all, I'd like to thank my friends, family, distinguished guests, and the media for coming here and supporting my book. Thank you so much. Are you okay? Okay. Light okay? Okay. So, Ernest Hemingway has rightly said there's nothing to writing. Basically, all you do is sit down at the typewriter, in our case, our computers, and just bleed. That's about it. And I feel very rightly said, because writing does take a lot of sweat, toil, emotion, and it literally, your characters literally do make you bleed. Dance of Durga is a very special story for me, as it has traveled with me through some of my most beautiful moments and celebrations in life, and also been with me through some terrible personal loss and grief. I'm very happy to share the ideas, thoughts, and the journey of creating this novel and my protagonist, Rajju. I would like to invite the distinguished filmmaker, Mr. Rajiv Menon, to say a few words and give us a glimpse of Rajju's world through an AV. Thank you, Rajiv.
Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Kanika Dhillon show. As you can see, the panel is heavily loaded. There are all women happening there. So I'll restrict my masculine remarks to very small. And I think, as is very clear, we don't mess around with Durga. And I think it's the shortest cut between seeing a small AV on the book, and it's like a little trailer which has been put together by somebody, but the person who's going to switch on the thing is on me, and it's on cue. Prakash is going to switch it on, so it's on. Have a look. As you can see, the AV entices you into a subversive world of dance of Shiva being inverted into dance of Durga. So you're going to see some stereotypes getting spun around, and I invite Kanika and the rest of the panel to continue with the discussion. Thank you.
I don't think so. I believe in God, but I think I believe more in the universe. So we always have this this pre-culture and current culture difference in our lives, which keeps troubling us, is because we need to hear our parents who completely believe in God, and here is this generation who feels that, okay, God is there, but then I think we need to believe in humanity and in universe and all that. So continuing with this topic, I would like to invite Anushka, who lives in the character in every blockbuster movie she has been a part of. She has even given memorable characters to the movies and is remembered by her character. So Anushka, you have read the book. Yeah, and I want to ask you the same question. Do you believe in God?
Yes, actually, when you were speaking about this, I do believe in God. Yes, first of all, I would want to say hello to everyone who's here. This is my first time. Yeah, so I want to thank the media who's here. It's for Kanika. I have seen her through the time when she started writing this book, maybe in between. I met her. We worked on a movie together, and I've seen the transition in her. I've never been a writer, and that's something which I envy people who write, because I don't know how you all get into that world of imagination, and I feel your platform is so huge. What you all create is what a lot of us sit and look up to and dream, whether it's fairy tales, whether it's a lot of things. So I've closely seen her go through a lot writing this book, and then so I keep telling her every time she has a launch, I said, you've given birth to the baby, so it can't be worse than that. So more than this, it's how people read and interpret and how they absorb it and onto themselves. Now, and I would want to thank everyone here to be a part of this, friends, family, a lot of people from the industry, media, and thanks for having me here. So getting back to Ashwini now, yes, I do believe in God. When I was sitting there, when you said believe in God, there's something which, I just realized as we were talking that one thing which is very common in the whole thing is that word believe. Do you believe in God? Do you not believe in God? Do you believe in the universe? Do you believe in yourself? So I feel each one of us, there's something that we share so commonly and so strongly is belief. And I feel that itself is a faith. I feel that itself is a God in itself. That whatever you believe in it, you make it your own, you live by it, that's your strength, I feel. So I guess whatever is anyone's belief, I feel it's their God. And my God, of course, I believe in the Almighty, whoever the one person, whoever is there. And of course, a lot of my traditionals, my ancestral deities, so I do believe in all of that. Just before we get into the story, I want to share something. I'm not someone who's an avid reader. Never read fiction at all because I don't know, maybe it's I'm just so too big-headed because I feel I have this vivid imagination, and unless someone can really come and break it, I don't want to read something and get into somebody else's world of imagination. And of course, Kanika is a friend, and when she came up with a name called Dance of Durga itself, and she told me a small bit when she was writing, which caught my attention because I could immediately imagine without imagining better. I could go with it and feel so good with the moments that she was telling me, and that is why I was keen to read this book. And that is something which I want to share with you itself, because we've never spoken about the book before. I believe that each one of us, we live a life, I think this whole universe runs on duality. Each one of us has a duality. It's where there's too much of love, genuine love, then there's a very thin line. You can very quickly flip to hatred. Only if there's that much of love can you flip to hatred. Where there's that much of faith, you can go into not believing in faith. So Raju's character is something which I could so relate to, whether it's Raju or whether it was Durga. It was something which I could so relate to, that I feel in a very writer's point of view, like how you describe the atmosphere so well, the smell of the rain and all of that, which I feel all of us have forgotten nowadays. We don't, when before the rains come, when I remember when I was a child, I could smell the mud, yes. And as I've grown up, you get busy in your life and you forget that. Similarly, as people, we tend to forget the emotions and what we go through. And that's when, again, getting back to Raju and Durga, I feel all those things each one of us have within us. We have a Raju, we have a Durga, we have faith, we have immense faith, we have immense love, we have hatred. We can go to a point of destruction. So each and every part of this book took me through a journey where I could relate to it, and it helped me in a lot of ways, because I felt that maybe at some point of my life, whether it's love, whether it's your desires, where you want to go, it's how you take yourself, your belief system, your support system that takes you ahead, and how you can either slip to be a Raju or a Durga. So I want to thank you very much. If we go ahead.